Jai Mahamaya ki, Jai Bole Baba ki, Jai. And yesterday's discourse, which was the first half of chapter 6 of book 3, Mother gave us a beautiful explanation about she as Mahamaya and at one with the Purusha. We'll go on from there. Mother said to Lord Brahma, "Take this beautiful Shakti, Mahasaraswati, full of Rajoguna and of a smiling nature. This Shakti, wearing white clothes adorned with divine ornaments and sitting on Varasana, will always be your companion. This beautiful woman will always be your boon. Consider her as my vibhuti, my manifestation of power, and so most worshipful. Never show any sort of disrespect toward her. Take her and go immediately to Satyaloka, and from the seed of Mahatattva, create the fourfold beings from these. The subtle bodies and karmas are remaining mixed up with each other. Separate them as before, duly in due time. Now go on as before, and according to kal, time, karma, and nature, join them with their respective sounds and other qualities. In other words, bestow fruits according to their gunas and karmas, and to the time when these fruits are due. Vishnu is prominent in Satyaguna and hence superior to you, so you should always respect and worship him. Whenever any difficulty will come to you, Vishnu will come down on earth to fulfill your ends. Vishnu will sometimes be born in the wombs of birds and animals, be sometimes in the wombs of men and women, and destroy the demons. The highly powerful Mahashiva too will help you. Now create the devas and enjoy as you like. The Brahmanas, Sattras, and Vaisyas will worship you with devotion in various sacrifices endowed with due sacrificial fees. All the devas will always be satisfied when my name, Swaha, will be uttered in the sacrificial oblations and ceremonies. Shiva, the incarnation of Tamas Guna, will be revered and worshipped by all persons in every sacrifice. When the devas will be frightened by the demons, then Hari, Vaishnavi, Gari, Narasimhi, Saki, Shiva, and my other Shaktis will take excellent bodies and destroy your fears. So, O Lotus-born one, be at your ease and do work. You utter and repeat my nine-lettered mantra with bija and dhyan, and do your work. O highly intelligent one, this 9-lettered mantra is the best of all the mantras. You are to keep this mantra within your heart for the accomplishment of all your ends. Thus saying to me, Brahma said, Bhagavati smiled and began to say to Lord Vishnu, O Vishnu, take this beautiful Mahalakshmi and go. She will always reside within your breast. There is no doubt in this. This all-auspicious giving Shakti I give to you for your enjoyment. You should always show respect to her, never show hatred or contempt. For the good of the world, I unite Mahalakshmi and Vishnu. For your sustenance, I create the yagya. You three will act together in harmony unanimously. You, Brahma, and Shiva are my 3 devas, born of my gunas. You three will undoubtedly be respected and worshipped by the world. The stupid man who will find any difference between you three will go to hell. There is no doubt in this. He who is Shiva, he who is Brahma, he who is Vishnu. To make difference between these will lead one to hell. So Brahma is one and the same with Shiva and Vishnu. There is no manner of doubt in this. O Vishnu, be there are other differences in their gunas. I will well tell this. Listen, as far as meditation of the Supreme Self is concerned, you will have sattva guna predominant within you. And rajoguna and tamoguna will be secondary in various other pursuits and charges. Better have rajoguna with Lakshmi and always enjoy her. O Lord of Brahma, I give you by Vaj Bija, Kama Bija, and Maya Bija that will lead you to the highest end. Take this mantra and repeat it and enjoy it as you like. O Vishnu, by this the danger of death caused by Kal will never come to you. When the creation of this universe will be completely done, I will then destroy this whole thing, moving and non-moving. You all will then be dissolved in me. Build your Vaikuntha, live there, and think of this my eternal form, and enjoy as you like, O Vishnu. Brahma said, saying thus to Vishnu, that highest Prakriti Devi, who is all the three gunas and yet transcending them all, began to address Mahashiva. The Deva of Devas is in sweet words thus said, O Shankara, O Shiva, accept this beautiful Mahakali Gauri, build a new Kailash city and live there happily. Your primary guna will be tamas. Sattva and rajas will be your secondary gunas. Have recourse to rajo and tamas guna while you slay the demons and thus wander. O sinless Shankara, have recourse to peaceful sattva guna when you reflect on the Supreme Self and practice austerities and meditations. You all are for creating, preserving, and destroying the universe, and you are all of the three gunas. There is no such thing in this world that is devoid of the three gunas. Everything that is visible and endowed with the three gunas, and whatever will be or was before, exists without them. Only the Supreme Self is without three gunas, but he is not visible. O Shankara, I am the Prakriti. At times I appear with gunas, and at other times I remain without any gunas. O Shiva, I am always in the causal nature. Never I am of the nature of effect when I am causal. I am with gunas, and when I am before the highest Purusha, I am then without any gunas on account of my remaining in a state of equilibrium. Ahamkara and sound and mahatattva, touch, etc., all the gunas perform the work of samsara day and night, each preceding one being the cause and each subsequent one being the effect. Never do they cease in their activities. From the reality springs the amkara. Therefore, I am of the nature of causality. Again, amkara is embodied with the three gunas, and so the Pandits call it as an effect of mind. From amkara arises mahatattvas. This is denominated as buddhi. So mahatattva is the effect and amkara is its cause. From mahatattva arises again and again amkara. From this second amkara arises the five subtle elements. From these five subtle elements, the five gross elements arise after a process called panchikarana. From the sattvic part of the five tanmantras arise the five organs of perceptions. From their rajasic part, the five organs of actions come, and from their other parts come the five gross elements. From the sattvic portions of all the five elements come mind. Thus 16 things come into existence. These organs of perceptions, etc., and other effects, together with the Mahabhutis, form one guna, compose the 16 categories. The original Purusha is the Supreme Self. He is neither cause nor is he any effect. O Shiva, at the beginning of creation, all the above things are born in the way already indicated. Thus I have described to you in brief about the creation. O Devas, now get up in your aeroplane and go to your respective places and fulfill your respective duties. Whenever you get into any dire distress, then remember me, and I will appear before you. O Devas, you should remember always the eternal Supreme Self and me. When you will remember us both, all your actions will no doubt be crowned with success. Brahma said, Bhagavati Devi gave us Shaktis full of divine beauty and luster. She gave Mahalakshmi to Vishnu, Mahakali to Shiva, and Mahasaraswati to me, and bade goodbye to us. Thus given farewell to by the Devi, we three went to another place and were born as males. We thought of the very wonderful nature and influence of the Devi, and we got upon our divine airplanes with our Shaktis. When we ascended, we saw there was no more Manidvipa, there was no more Devi, there was no ocean of nectar, nothing whatsoever save our airplane. We did not see anything. We then got into our wide airplane and reached there where Vishnu had killed the two indomitable demons in the great ocean, and where I was born from the lotus. Thus ends the 6th chapter of the 3rd book on the description of the Devi Vibhuti's powers in the Mahapurana Srimad Devi Bhagavatam of 18,000 verses of Maharishi Veda Vyasa. Jai Mahamaya ki jai, Bole Baba ki jai.